Right, but I'm known across the country. Like, I travel the country doing this. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, and you notice I'm not putting you on camera and calling you and saying, look at her, I don't do that. What I'm trying to do here is to explain to you that you can't force me to violate my rights. But if you force me to,
Well, I'm not going to force you to. If you fail to give me it, I just can't let you go up in the building.
then you have to call the police. You have to call.
I can call up there and let you know that you're down here.
You're welcome.
Yes.
That's fine.
But I cannot let you go up the elevators with it because that's company policy, and I don't want to lose my job.
But see, company policy in a publicly funded building, that doesn't end my rights. My rights don't come to an end because, right? And
Correct about that one.
and you notice how nice I am to you. Like you seem like a nice person. You don't understand because no one told you. No one actually educated you and said to you, you can't make me give you my identification to come and file a complaint with a state-funded.
It's honestly hilarious how one person can somehow know everything about nothing, and at the same time, know nothing about everything. Take a moment to really think about that. It's a rare talent, if you can call it that. Now, just so we're clear, it's perfectly normal to be asked to show your ID or sign in to enter private areas of state or federal buildings. That's just standard procedure. Nothing more, nothing less. But here's where it gets interesting. I want everyone to really focus on the next part. Especially those of you who are just here to hate, watch, or follow Chell. You need to see the real side of him. Watch closely how he treats the people who actually support him, because that tells you everything you need to know about who he really is.
To enter this building.
No problem. I can call a reference for you without any issues.
Thanks.
I was looking forward to seeing Miss C today. She's such a sweetheart.
She left at 3.
If you do me a favor and talk as little as you possibly can, it won't help us. It won't help us. I know, but what I'm saying is if we talk to these cops, if you say 0 words, it'll be better for us because I'm gonna twist them and make their brains so that they. But if you say anything, then what happens is they start thinking about other things. And what I'm trying to do is put them in a corner so that we can sue them.
Absolutely, steer them.
Right,
Yep.
steer them into saying that I have to give ID to enter into a state-funded building. And then what I do is, as soon as they say that out loud, boom, civil rights lawsuit. I'm going to help.
Oh, how adorable. He actually tells his little follower, who's basically glued to his every move, to just shut up. Can you believe it? He's acting like this tiny sidekick is somehow a problem for him. And then, of course, he doesn't stop there. He throws around the idea of filing a federal lawsuit on their behalf, like it's some kind of heroic gesture. It's almost cartoonish how serious he thinks this all is. You've got to pay attention, because this is classic behavior, bossing people around while pretending it's for their own good. Meanwhile, the people following him are just there, probably wondering if they signed up for this circus. It's a mix of comedy and chaos that's hard to look away from.
Mess up what I do. I'm
There's a method. You just don't want to interrupt it. Yeah.
right. It's taken years and years and years for me to learn the things I've learned, not just about the law or just about policy or procedure or constitutional law or the federal civil rules of procedure, but to understand the psychology and the way that they manipulate us,
Exactly.
so that they can say that you are disorderly, or can say, if they say a word to you, just say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I'm here supporting this man and filming.
Wait a second. Does he want to invoke his Fifth Amendment rights, or does he actually want to speak up and admit he's there just to film you? It's hard to tell what he's even thinking sometimes. It would have been a lot simpler if he just stayed clear and honest about his intentions. Instead, he's tiptoeing around, acting all mysterious and confusing. Honestly, you were much more straightforward when you just told him to shut up. It was way easier to follow. This back and forth makes the whole situation feel ridiculous, almost like a bad improv scene. And if you're paying attention, it really shows how chaotic and all over the place his interactions can get.
You're going to show me? Sure, and do you have a copy of the policy?
Of the
Yeah.
You want to get a screenshot?
So this is not legal. You don't have to show your identification to go into a state-funded building. Now, they do have a right to check for security to make sure you're not carrying a weapon, but you don't have to show your identification.
Oh my God. Do you even realize what's happening right now? You're literally standing inside a building that's funded by the state. And the crazy part, you don't even have to show your ID to be here. It's as simple as walking in and existing in the space, no extra hoops. Sometimes the obvious really needs to be pointed out, because people just miss it.
How you doing, man?
Yes, hi. I have a guy down here that needs to file a complaint with you guys. Can I do it? Just my name.
You can call me good citizen,
He says I can call him good citizen.
or you can call me constitutional scholar, or you can call me guy who
You could call him Chili Con Artist, or maybe even the Great Grifter of Ohio. It really depends on how dramatic you want to be. Among his inner circle, he's apparently known as the original taste tester of the jock sock. Yeah, it's as ridiculous as it sounds, but if you really want to get under his skin and see him lose it, just call him Swee. Somehow, that one word seems to hit harder than anything else.
If that continues, what happens is I list you, Gene Olson, in the federal civil rights lawsuit. You are listed as a against in the complaint. Well, it's not because you have to go to court.
No, what I mean is I understand, but that's what I meant by yeah.
Right, but
I understand that.
but you have to be. So you have to have a talk with them or your security company and say, hey, look, you can just go to Delete Laws on YouTube and look up the last 3 federal civil rights lawsuits.
Filing 3 federal lawsuits sounds like a breeze, right, child? But actually winning 3 federal lawsuits, that's an entirely different challenge. It's a lot harder than just putting your name on some paperwork. So I've got to ask, exactly how many of those have you actually won? Because claiming them and actually taking home a victory are 2 very different things.
Oh, no. I'm Delete Laws on YouTube. You know who I am? I'm sure you do.
Couldn't tell you.
So, what's your name, sir? What's your name, Benjamin?
Sergeant Bell.
Okay, Sergeant.
2389.
So
who's got the complaint they want to file?
I do.
Okay, so if you want to come with me,
He's going to come with me.
he's not going to come with me. If you want to file the complaint, you're the one filing the complaint. So, sir, if you want to come along with me.
Okay.
Yes. If you have a complaint later, then I can talk to you.
Okay.
But you need to turn that off while we
So what I
conduct
do,
the interview.
what I
understand
do
that.
specifically is I file federal civil rights
Okay,
lawsuits.
that's fine.
I'm a constitutional law scholar.
Okay,
So the
but-
thing is, though, is let me warn you here real quick so you understand something.
Okay.
I'm not Aaron.
I've got to call out the hypocrisy of Sweetie DeCastro here. He calls himself a constitutional scholar, which, let's be honest, we all know is a total joke. Then he turns around and says, I'm not an auditor. Really, Chili? If you're not an auditor, then why is the very first word in the title of your own video #audit? It just doesn't add up. The contradictions are so obvious, it's hard not to point them out.
Rule of law. I'm for constitutional law. I've read every single thing, including federal rules of procedure.
That's fine.
So
But
the thing
still,
is,
you can't record during our interviews. If you would like to make a public records request, then you can make a public records request.
if you give it to me, you might not give it to me. Then you guys have to decide how you
No,
guys
you
get
make
the
a public records request for the audio of this interview. and
Are
can
you
obtain that.
saying out loud right now to me that you're going to try to stop me
Yes,
from
you can't
recording?
record during our interviews.
Because
I
why?
record them. We record them.
Right.
And that's the policy.
Sure, you have the right to record public officials while you're in public spaces. And yes, you can call yourself a journalist if you want. But here's the thing. Just waving around a camera phone and causing chaos doesn't magically make you part of the press. Being a jackass with a phone is not the same as reporting. Real journalism takes more than just pointing and shouting. So let's be honest about what's actually happening here.
It's ended during
But you're being interviewed.
No,
as a
I'm not
complainant.
interviewing. I'm filing a complaint.
Right. You're being interviewed as a complainant.
Have you been sued before under U.S. Code Section 42, and have you been sued under a 241 and 242?
I'm explaining to you is...
You can explain to me, but I'll list you in a lawsuit.
Well, that's fine.
And then you have to answer that lawsuit.
You're entitled to file any lawsuit that you'd like to. Fill it out, sir.
I mean, I can only film myself if that's what you'd like. If you don't want to be on
You can't
camera,
film yourself, okay?
I can't even film myself. Is that what you just said?
Yes. Once we get into the interview, you can't record. I will be doing an audio recording. And again, if you wish to obtain a copy of that audio recording, you can make a public records request.
85% of communications is nonverbal.
Okay.
So that means that you can do all kinds of things, and I have a tape to play for you. So
Okay.
I want you to hear the tape so you understand
Right.
that what's happened
It'll
here.
be audio recorded, okay?
Right.
Once we get in there,
You don't,
if you want to turn that off. then we can
you don't
proceed.
understand, though. What will happen next is
I'm sure those officers are absolutely trembling at the thought of Sweetie Souza-Lott's empty threats. It's almost laughable how serious he thinks he sounds. Pointing fingers and yelling doesn't exactly strike fear into anyone with a badge. The whole act comes off more like a performance than a real confrontation. Honestly, it's hard to take any of it seriously.
See right there, and then before we get started, we'll make sure that no, right here, sir. We'll make sure that you're not doing any kind of audio recording or video recording.
why can't I audio or video record?
Because it's the policy. policy of the police.
But that's not my rights. My rights don't
Sir,
stop with
I'm
your
not
policy.
arguing about
We are arguing about it. I'm redressing you now.
Okay, I'm letting you know.
I'm letting you know.
Okay, you can follow up.
You're going to get sued.
You can do that, and you can also...
You know who I am. You know what I do.
Sir, I have no idea who you are.
You're going to find out. You're going to find out. You can't violate my rights.
And here's the thing, Chili. You don't get to decide what counts as your rights and what doesn't. That's not how it works, no matter how much you want it to be. Rights aren't up for personal interpretation or convenient excuses. They're defined by law, not by someone's opinion in the moment. So claiming them your way doesn't make it true.
Went to a cop shop. Your rights don't end because the cops don't want you to have an audio or video of the recording. That's not true. What he's saying is fundamentally untrue. And now I have another cop here who I'd like to identify. What's your name, sir? Name and badge
My
number?
name is Sergeant Combs. I'm going to ask you to stand up for me, please,
For what?
because I'm going to ask you to leave the office.
You're going to ask me to leave? For what?
I'm going to tell you to leave the office. Stand
You're
up. out
going
of
to
your chair.
tell me to
Yes,
leave?
ma'am.
I'm here to file a complaint.
This way.
Oh, are you forcing me to leave? I mean, I don't want to
I'm
get
asking you to leave. If you don't leave, you will.
Right, then I'm criminally trespassed. But what's your reason, sir?
Sir.
What's your reason?
This way to the door,
We'll
please.
explain.
Can I get your name, badge number just one more time?
Sergeant Combs, ID 2158. This way to the door.
I'm going to sue you.
That officer is a total legend. He's not putting up with any of Chili's nonsense. Honestly, you can't really blame him for that. Some people just know when enough is enough, and this is one of those moments. While Chili's over here causing chaos, the officer stays calm and in control. It's honestly refreshing to see someone handle the situation with actual professionalism.
Complaint on the police.
I'll address you down in the lobby.
Okay, let's just dress me down in the lobby.
I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Keep escorting them to the
You
elevator.
got a nice haircut, brother.
Sir, would you like to walk this way?
I'm complying. I'm not a road runner here. I don't move that fast.
I'm just asking you to come this way.
So now I'm not allowed to file a complaint. Why did he just kick me out of the office?
We will explain everything once we get down there.
Okay, explain it to me.
Because okay, he'll explain it to you, but everything will get explained to you. Okay?
Okay.
So
What needs to be explained to me about my rights?
it will be explained to you. I don't know why I need to repeat myself every time.
But-
So just be patient with us.
Be patient with you.
Once we get downstairs, it'll be explained to you. Okay?
Have you read the Mullen Commission? Do you know what Internal Affairs does? They do what this guy's doing. I mean, look what a tyrant this guy is. Look how he's acting tough with me. You're not tough, dude.
Let's go.
You take off that badge and gun, you're a wussy. You're a total wussy.
sir.
No, you are, dude. You're a total puss. You are. You're not acting tough because you got a badge on, but the truth is, without that badge and gun, you would be afraid of me. You would be terrified of me, and we both know that. We both know you're a fucking coward.
This
bro.
way.
You are a coward.
What's your name again?
You can call me Delete Laws. That's my YouTube page. You are a coward, and you are an absolute wussy. You are a total wussy. You're pathetic, bro. Your parents should be embarrassed about you. No, you're disgusting. I'm walking, dude. What do you want me to sprint?
No.
I mean, look how tough this guy is. Take off the badge and gun. Let's see how tough you are, buddy. Let's see how tough you are. You're a star, brother. You're going to be a YouTube star. You don't know who I am. You're going to find.
I just got done watching your channel.
Yeah. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sue you.
Congratulations.
You're going to be listed in the federal civil rights
Wouldn't be the
lawsuit.
first time I've been sued. Congratulations.
You don't care because why?
All right, I'm going to play that moment for you one more time, just in case you missed it. When Chili asked the officer, "Why aren't you scared that I'm going to hit you with a federal civil rights lawsuit?" The response was perfect. The officer looked him dead in the eye and said, "Because I don't respect you." Boom. That one line says it all and shuts down the whole act instantly. It's honestly one of the most satisfying comebacks you'll see.
Nothing will happen.
That's why.
Look at you. You're a piece of shit tyrant. I don't respect you at all.
You're gonna have to
I hope
try
you
a
burn
lot
in
harder
hell.
than that.
I hope you burn in hell. You just go fuck yourself. I can say anything I
I'm
want.
just asking you.
Go fuck yourself and go fuck yourself and fuck you and fuck you and fuck you.
To get a certain response. So
No, I just want to let this guy know that he's an absolute bitch. I just want him to know. I just want you to know that. So am I going to get to file a complaint? Did you see what you guys did earlier when someone called to complain?
I'm going to let you know this is obviously your building, okay?
It's her building? Is her building? Wait, you're a tenant here, and this is a publicly funded building, isn't it?
Yep. And our office is our office.
So I'm here to file
You
a complaint.
can record all you want to record down here, okay? Record to your heart's
So
content.
I get to file a complaint then?
That's their problem.
Am I allowed to file a complaint?
I'm trying to answer your question.
Go ahead.
You want to let me answer your question?
Go ahead.
I'll answer your question.
I'm ready.
Okay. You can file a complaint.
I'm ready.
You cannot record in our office. That's it.
So I guess I'll file a complaint down here then? You're going to take my complaint?
No, we don't take complaints down here. We take complaints up on our
But
And that, my friends, is exactly how you deal with someone who's full of delusions. You don't argue, you don't feed their ego. You simply tell them to have a nice day, turn your back, and walk away. Not a single ounce of respect is given, because they don't deserve it. Sometimes the best response is just leaving them in their own nonsense.
Well, I can stay here all I want. This is I can't be kicked out for just being here.
I'm not kicking you out. You can stay down here as long as she lets you
Do
stay
you think
down
you're a good person? Do you think you're good? Do you think you're a good man? Do you respect yourself? When you wake up in the morning, do you look yourself in the face and say, I'm a good guy, or do you think you're an absolute tyrant? What do you think of my videos? Do you like them? I'm the fastest growing channel.
I'll tell you why, Chili. Because you're a self-deluded narcissist who can't stop lying. If we check Chili's Social Blade stats, he's gained about 2,500 subscribers in the last 30 days. Meanwhile, my friend Law Talk with Mike has grown over 12,000 subs in the same time. So, Chili, you're not just failing to be the fastest growing on YouTube, you're not even close in our combined communities. Bottom line, you're an absolute fool. Alright, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If not, leave a dislike. And don't forget to subscribe with notifications so you don't miss any content.